I want it to be known right now that I have no limits on the animals I do, so I'll be doing a distinct group of animals known as Ceratopsidae. Ceratopsidae is an extinct family of horned dinosaurs that include all the ones that people care about, like Triceratops. Ceratopsidae belongs to the superfamily Ceratopsia. The superfamily, of course, includes the family that matters in this video, but also other dinosaurs like Protoceratops. You know, the one that got in a fight with the Velociraptor? Each and every member of Ceratopsia is known for their hard beaks and they usually have frills. However, some like Psittacosaurus don't have frills at all, but they are a pretty ancient member of the superfamily. There are around 21 subgroups in this family, and Ceratopsia first appeared in the late Jurassic period 158 million years ago. An important part of Ceratopsidae evolution is a special member of Ceratopsia, known as Zuniceratops. You see, this special animal is a transitional fossil, meaning after millions of years of endless sex and things getting even worse, or better, they would eventually become another taxonomic group. Zuniceratops existed 91 million years ago. You see, Zuniceratops may look like a member of Ceratopsidae, but it isn't. Though it shares many things in common with Ceratopsidae, it still didn't make the cut. For one, it lacks a horn on its nose, while most members of Ceratopsidae do. Its frill wasn't as heavy as later Ceratopsidae either. These two traits show that Zuni here can't be a part of the club, but it is important for Ceratopsidae evolution. Tyrannoceratops is said to be a transitional fossil as well, but she's still up for debate. Ceratopsidae first evolved in the late Cretaceous 84 million years ago. What separates Ceratopsidae from other members of the superfamily Ceratopsia is their large frills and nose horns or bumps. In Ceratopsidae there are two subfamilies. These subfamilies are Centrosaurinae and Chasmosaurinae. It should be easy to tell the type species of these two subfamilies. The type species of Centrosaurinae is Centrosaurus, and Chasmosaurus is the type species of Chasmosaurinae. You would think Triceratops would be the type species, but it's Chasmosaurus? This is like those shows where the side character is more popular than the main character. I mean, was it because Chasmosaurus appeared 8 million years before Triceratops? I think I'm getting a bit off topic here. Oh yeah, I should explain what a type species is. Some animals are more special than others for some reason, so a taxonomic group will be represented by them. Chasmosaurinae lack many spines on their frills and have brow horns, while members of Centrosaurinae have shorter frills, lack brow horns, but have a lot more spikes on their frills and usually have unique horns on their noses, sometimes lack thereof. Both groups only have one tribe, and both have members of their respective subfamilies that are in no tribe. Don't ask me how. You probably just heard the word tribe used in taxonomy for the first time today. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit harsh, so here's a joke. What did the dinosaur namer store? Triceratops. Okay, I'll get back to the video. Being an animal that went extinct millions of years before our ancestors were even primates, it's going to be hard to determine how this animal behaved. One example is the social behavior of Ceratopsidae. There is some debate on whether or not these animals are social, so yes, this is a debate, but I will try to keep it brief. Most say that Ceratopsidae is in fact a social animal, similar to that of the bison today. This is also the most common depiction of them. For obvious reasons, there are safety in numbers, meaning that the animals traveling in herds won't have to worry about predators. However, this isn't the only hypothesis on Ceratopsidae grouping. Another hypothesis is that these animals were seasonally social. This means that these animals would hang out around shores and coastlines at one point in the year, and for the rest they would spend it on their own. The evidence for this hypothesis is that many of the Ceratopsidae fossils are found on coastlines. The last hypothesis is that these animals were actually solitary. Now I know what some of you are thinking, that is bollocks I hear you say. However, there's more to this than meets the eye. You see, it is proposed here that members of Ceratopsidae were solitary, but more in the way that a tortoise was solitary instead of an animal like a tiger. This means that while they were out eating on their own, they would happen to be in the same area as members of their own species. What is known, however, is that every member of Ceratopsidae had some interaction with each other. So now let's look at the most notable thing about Ceratopsidae, the frills and the horns. I mean, look at some of these guys. Some are more unique than others, like Pachyrhinosaurus. Wait, hold on. There's another one with a bump? What's its name? Ankylosaurus? Look at it. This thing looks like a discount Pachyrhinosaurus, dude. Look at this dude. His horn looks weird. What's his name? Eniosaurus? Look at it. Look at his horn. Looks like God pulled a prank on him. I think he should have got a refund on that horn. And Pentaceratops? Huge frill there. Now I see why they call you Five Horn. In fact, I remember seeing you in this book I got as a kid. You know, I should take a good look at this book for old time's sake. Well, see ya. Sorry, but thanks to this paper, I gotta throw you away. Maybe if somebody refutes it, we can meet again. Rest in peace, childhood book, for science has taken you away. So why such a weird look? Why did these animals' horns and frills evolve? Well, for starters, the frills and horns may have evolved for protection. Another explanation for these frills is that the males would use them to attract mates. After all, males did have bigger frills and horns than females. Sadly, there's nothing known about Ceratopsidae reproduction because, you know, they're all dead. However, there's one thing that Ceratopsidae could not escape, and that is extinction. However, despite being extinct, they have been the model for a lot of human culture. Characters like Gamora, Bastiodon, Gamora, Monochromon, Gamora, Sarah from Land Before Time, Gamora, the Triceratops. Did I mention Gamora? Triceratops is also the most popular of them all, and will be the second most thought of dinosaur when you ask people to think about a dinosaur. The brutal rivalry between it and T-Rex will be one for the storybooks for generations. Hell, maybe even after humans are extinct and another animal fills our niche. Ceratopsidae may be gone, but there is still something worth knowing about here. While there are no direct survival benefits to knowing any of this, curiosity is a great reason to learn about them. That is why I made this video. I mean, after all, even though they are extinct, they are still members of the animal kingdom. Also, Triceratops was my favorite dinosaur as a kid, so I just had to do a video on these guys. Well, I'm MetaZ, and remember, Triceratops is the best dinosaur. The end.